welcome to another Monday morning art talk. This is Steven Silver. Thanks for watching. So today's topic, what I wanted to discuss was a little bit of a misconception that I feel a lot of people have. It's something that when I was at Comic-Con this past week, realized just through talking to lots of people that I met there, just the difficulties and struggles that they're going through and trying to just get their career started. So what I want to really clear up in today's art talk is just open up your mind to the reality that just because something is difficult doesn't make it impossible. Okay, just because something is difficult, it doesn't make it impossible. You're going to go through things. You're trying to start your new company. You're trying to get yourself into the freelance market. You're trying to get into the studios. You're trying to do things just to get your career going. You're trying to even design things. You're trying to work on things. And are all these things going to have difficulty, and are you going to face difficulty through all these situations? Absolutely, because if it was that easy just to do it, everyone would do it, and I feel that you probably wouldn't even be that motivated if it just happened so quickly. So you have to have a little bit of that struggle. But because you're going to go through that difficulty, what you got to try to eliminate from your mind is the impossibility of it, because the reality is nothing's impossible if you put your mind to it. And everything before us, everything around us, you could have said going to the moon was impossible. No, it was difficult, but it wasn't impossible. Building a house from the ground up is difficult, but it doesn't make it impossible. How does a plane fly, right? How does a computer work? Are all these things impossible? No, they're difficult. They start with ideas. So what I want you to think about more than anything, as whether you're beginning your adventure for the first time and you're young, you're out of school, you're getting into the job market where it becomes daunting. You look at all the competition and you look at all this great art and you go, my God, this is impossible. You got to replace the word with this just going to be difficult, and be willing to sacrifice and put the time into it. So looking at what I saw at Comic-Con once again, and I'm a huge proponent of just the working for yourself, okay? It's one thing to be working for other people. It's a great experience. It's you learn a lot of things. There's a lot of valuable lessons there. If you have the opportunity, I say go for it. Never quit. Never stop trying. Again, it's going to be difficult, but don't stop trying. And the same thing, just starting your own business. And again, looking at the Comic-Cons, you see so many entrepreneurs in a way. Artists who may not even believe that they're entrepreneurs, but the mere fact that they're creating their own comic book, their own plush dolls, their own little figurines, whatever they may be doing there, it's big business. It's big business because people are starving for content. People are looking for content. And if you're fortunate enough, you just may have that opportunity one day to put yourself out there, not hiding behind the computer screen, not hiding behind DeviantArt or Facebook or just your website, putting yourself out there face to face where people actually can see you, talk to you, and know what it is that you're doing, because you may tap into a market that you don't even know really exists. You're going to find that most people out there don't even know what they want until they see it. And that's been the progression, I think, of my career and my life, because people never knew they wanted caricatures as a gift for someone until they saw me doing them live, and then all of a sudden it sparked an idea. They never realized they wanted a caricature on their business card until they saw me do it live. And again, by putting yourself out there, you increase the odds and the chances of something happening, as opposed to just being hidden away and hiding from it all. Now, knowing that things are going to be difficult, not impossible, it's so important to just structure yourself. You have to start to get organized with what it is that you're doing. Well, most importantly, your time management. And this is where most artists get lost and confused. It becomes so in their mind impossible to do all the things that they have to do within the day, but it really isn't. You have to start to schedule and write down what it is you're trying to achieve on a daily basis. I don't believe in keeping it on my phone, a calendar on my phone, because I never check it. I may punch it in there, but it's, unless I have 50 billion reminders going off a day and remembering to do that, it's going to throw me off. I don't keep it on my desktop calendar because it's, again, typing it in, things change. It's not very handy. It's not right there for me. So I've mentioned it. I keep everything and I write it down on a calendar. And the reason I write it down on the calendar is so that I know exactly where I'm going, what I have to do. I plan everything ahead of time. If I know where I have to be a month from now, it's in this calendar so I can look. If I have, a meeting today, I'm just going to write it down. Look, I have a meeting at 11 o'clock this morning. I also have another meeting at 3 p.m. It's right there. I know what I have to do. I also have it written down. I'm working on a new book right now that I have to work on my book for at least an hour a day. I'm not sure what time, but it's in there. So that way I feel a sense of accomplishment that's going to be happening. And that's important, to feel that accomplishment to where you can cross it off. Because at the end of the day, sometimes you go, what did I do today? And you can feel disappointed that you really didn't do anything, but all you have to do is look back at your calendar and say, you know what, I did do a lot today, and I should feel good about that, and I should pat myself on the back about that. So that's why I have this calendar, and I actually put this calendar together because I've been using one for so long, and I had this at Comic-Con, and what it is just a whole calendar. Each month has tips, on each month, but I left it all blank. And then I also wrote just different things, like maybe Sunday you're going to observe movement, Monday you're going to draw something, Tuesday life drawing session, Wednesday you're going to work on your own project, Thursday draw from life. But anyway, I have these calendars. I thought I'd just share that with you. If you want one, I don't have it on my site, but you could just send a PayPal, and I'll just send it anywhere in the world for $20. That includes shipping. So just PayPal to silvertunes@yahoo.com. Just write calendar, and I'll ship one off to you if you're interested in that. But it's very important, again, just to really hone in and keep that schedule, because that's going to help you achieve the difficult things that you need to take care of. And so that's what this art talk was really all about, was just, just prioritizing, get things going. Just don't treat it as it can't happen to me. Of course it can happen to you. You got to be willing to do it. You got to put the time in to do it. You got to set the schedule to do it and make those things happen. Okay, so once again, I'm just gonna end my art talks with the importance of the valuing of your work. Again, seeing all these people at Comic-Con, people are selling sketches. You don't give your sketches away for free. When you're at a comic book show, when you're doing a show, if someone wants you to do a sketch, for me, when it's like kids, I give them a little free sketch. But when an adult comes to me and wants a free sketch, I say, and oftentimes most people are polite and say, do you do commissions, or do you do sketches? And if they do that, I say, yes, I do sketches with the purchase of a print, with the purchase of a book. I can either draw it inside it, or I could draw it on a separate piece of paper. And most people are always willing to do that. Some people go, oh, okay, no, walk away. But it's very rare. But it's, again, part of valuing your self-worth. And we're in this horrible age of all this free content, but like the Groupons, where Groupon has devalued things. It makes you believe that things, you can get it, everything for cheap, and that's what people want. And I get it. People don't want to spend lots of money. I mean, I'm trying to save money on a lot of things too. We all are. If we're looking for a phone company, or a new roof on our house, or get our tire fixed, whatever it may be, we want the best deals. That's just a given. That's been advertising, and life has always been that way. But just because you're giving something, reducing the value on something, it doesn't mean you just give it away for free. So remember, just always value your ideas. Just when you're working with clients, when you're working with anyone, Don't fall into the trap that you're so lucky that they've chosen you. You have to make the decision just to either charge them or walk away. Your ideas are the most important aspect of anything, because people can do so many things with your ideas once you've created that idea. So don't be fooled, don't be bamboozled by people. Just stand your ground. You're going to start to see competitions hopefully start going away. These ridiculous things. You'll start to see people not soliciting you for free work anymore, because every artist is saying, you know what, I'm charging for it. And even if you charge $25, $50 and you feel it's worthwhile and you feel good about that, then you do it. We all live in different parts of the world. We can all use the money for different things, oftentimes most people paying off their student loans, unfortunately. But the reality is you gotta charge, okay? It's important. Sometimes you're gonna do things for free because maybe you're established, and what's gonna happen is someone's gonna offer you a job to do something, and maybe it's a big thing. A friend of mine that I just saw at Comic-Con said this big company, they ask him to do these posters every year, but it's huge. And he does them for free for them because he's got the connection, but he's very well established, and he really enjoys doing it, and he's not being taken advantage of in that sense. So, be cautious, be open, be wise, keep on the lookout. Thanks, guys, for watching. You can follow me on facebook.com/Steven Silva. My website is silvatunes.com, where I got stuff on there too. And thanks, and stay tuned for what's coming next week. Who knows? All right, thanks, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. What we're gonna draw today is just trying to understand shape, with the people in the shape language. So as I'm looking at someone, well, maybe I might be playing with a shape that's going in that realm. What does that say about a character? Maybe my character shape is moving in this sort of direction. What does that say about my character? What does this say about my character if it's just going in a direction that's just a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more bold? We're creating different types of characters, and that's the most important thing. Well, maybe I'm going to treat it like a finger. Proportions to they're the exact same thing. Now let's start thinking about just the character. What are the details, with the character? Okay, I can start. Let's pull his hands, to the side. Okay, because he's not feeling so great. It's getting and understanding and helping you think differently and think outside the box. So that's the most important thing, all right? Don't bite. If you're going to be on here, just don't bite nothing. Ow! No. Don't. Danger. Ah. Once in a blue moon you can see.
Look at his tail.
Oh. Your big one. Okay. Oh.
Look at Jasmine.